Alright guys, welcome back to Rome Reviews. I'm Rome and this is the Vivo X200 Ultra, and what I want to do is revisit getting Circle to Search to work on this phone using MiCTS. I made a video about this on the X200 Pro, but I want to revisit it because I'm still getting a lot of comments from people about how it's not working, or they're getting the error message that says trigger failed. So yeah, just want to revisit today and just show you guys a few different ways to get it to work for you, okay? All right, so let's jump over here to the overhead and let's go ahead and get started. So what I've done is I've completely uninstalled MiCTS, and it's called Vivid Navigation Gestures. It's the app that I use. I know you guys may have a different one, but basically it's just a app that sits between MiCTS, or it allows you to trigger MiCTS using shortcuts on the screen. Now, it does not work, from what I understand, with changing or mapping buttons. There is an app out there called Button Mapper, and I haven't tested it out yet, but maybe I'll make a video on it if you guys really want that. But anyway, moving forward, let's go ahead and get MiCTS installed, and we're gonna go in. And it's been a while, but I think you go on GitHub. So I just Google search MiCTS and GitHub, and it just takes you, it brings up a link and it takes you right to this page. So I'm gonna go down and click on downloads, and let's see if it brings it up for me, because it's been a little while. So MiCTS 2.4 APK is gonna download it. You go ahead and click open and allow Chrome to install apps. Present allow, or you can choose always allow if you really trust what you're downloading. I just do present allow just to only allow the existing app that I'm trying to download. So it's checking for risk. It's recommended that you upgrade your security care to prevent risk. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to continue installing, do my fingerprint, install completed, and we're going to do open. And you see what it does automatically is triggers Circle to Search. That's all MiCTS is built for. From my understanding, that's what it's built for. So when I triggered it, it automatically did Google Circle to Search. So let's go ahead. But you'll notice that it worked for me right away. So for all of you guys out there that ask, how do I set Google as the default assistant? There are two ways that I've done this. First thing first, just for general knowledge, you cannot, Gemini cannot be your default search engine, your default AI assistant. It has to be Google. So what you do is you go in here, you go to your icon up here in the top right, and you go down to settings, and it is buried in here. So just bear with me. We're going to get there. So you see where it says Google Assistant? If you click that, you'll see it brings up different things, languages, lock screen, preferences, and so on and so forth. But you have to scroll down, and you see digital assistants from Google. You're going to click there, and that's where you'll find Google Assistants and Gemini. You have to make sure that Google Assistant is selected, and it should work from there. If it does not work, let me see. If I go to MiCTS, if I click it, it'll bring up the Circle to Search. It triggers it, and you circle, and it works just fine. If it does not work for you, go into the Play Store. You're going to search, and you're going to look for the actual Assistant app. And you see it'll bring up Google Assistant. I don't have it installed, but it won't hurt anything if I do. Go ahead and open it, and you'll see that it brings this up. It's listening. But let's see, if you go in, I want to see if there's another way. All right, so what I had to do was I had to do this. If another AI assistant is set as your default, which I open up Gemini and set it as my default. Once you downloaded the Assistant app, you go in and it'll ask you open Gemini or switch to Google Assistant, and you could switch your active assistant in settings, and right here it'll take you to this screen, and you're going to choose Google Assistant, and you're going to switch now. And what happens is click MiCTS, and then Circle to Search works. So that's the other way. I had to refresh my memory because I haven't really done this in a little while. So now that you have MiCTS working, And you also, if you long press, you should be able to go into the settings of the app and choose like your triggers and the delay between the trigger and vibrate and so on and so forth. This access exposed service failed. I don't know what that is, but I don't bother with it because it's not stopping anything that we're trying to do here. So moving on, I'm going to go ahead and install my gesture app that I use, and that's going to be Vivid Navigation Gestures. At the time it was not a free app for me, so just keep that in mind. Now there are a few free options out there that I've seen on Reddit and stuff like that. If I can find them again, I may pop them in the I can't think of it. I'm going blank right now, but I'll pop them below the video, okay, for you guys if I find them again. But this one is a paid option. So what it does is it allows you to set like long press at the bottom screen, which is what I use because it's typically how you activate circle to search on other Android phones. So that's what I'm used to. That's what I chose to go with. But I'll show you your other options in just a moment. So do you agree to use accessibility service grant? And it's going to ask you to go to the app and turn that on. So I scroll all the way to the bottom. Accessibility. Scroll all the way to the bottom. Find Vivid N.G. Turn it on. Allow. And go back to the app. Oh, well, I'm already inside the app, so let's just go back here. The system overlay permission is required. Grant. It's going to take you down to Vivid. And you're just going to turn it on and go back. And now you're enabled. You're fully enabled. So now what you want to do is you want to go to gestures. And you see where you can press on different parts of the screen. I'm going to do bottom center, and what you could do is you see these little indicators around the screen. What I like to do is, so it doesn't trigger anything else on the phone, I like to drag this across, and you'll see that it brings this one up above the others so it stands out more and it's easier to press on. That's what I like to do. So once now that I've done that, I'm going to go down to, so it gives you, like if you're in the middle screen, you want to swipe left to bring up the app or choose what it wants to do, what you want it to do, or you can swipe left and hold, swipe up and hold, so on and so forth. I just put hold, and up here you're going to see default, and you're going to see none here. You're going to go ahead and go down, and you're going to select, hold on, it may be app. You have to choose app, and then there you go. You're going to go to MiCTS. And you're pretty much done. So if I come out of there, long press at the bottom, and the first time it's going to ask you, Vivid N.G wants to open MiCTS. Choose always open, and circle search now works. Now, to take it a step further, just to show you something really quickly, like as you know, it does rely on Google and Google Translator for translating things. But I just want to show you something. So you see here, if I long press at the bottom, it'll bring up circle to search, and I'm going to circle this language here and select text. And I'm going, well, it selected something I didn't want it to select. Select text, and we're going to go up and make sure it selects what we want it to select. It's not selecting the Chinese for some reason, so let's try one more time. This is why I like to do things live so you guys can see. So we're going to go back into settings. We're going to long press, circle to search, select text. Oh, maybe it did that because I clicked somewhere else. Duh. All right, so we're going to click on translate, and you'll see right here. You see what it translates into? And I was like, that makes no sense. Google Translate may not be accurate, but what I did was, since I didn't trust what I saw, just remember what that says, which is it doesn't make much sense to me. But if I come out of there and I go into the native app on the phone, drag it, hold it, go to global translation, and I like to compare. So I'm going to do a full screen translate. And it takes a moment, but you see what it says there? Man Zhang Hung eats dumplings in Chongqing. I hope I'm saying that right. I apologize for slaughtering that. But yeah, so the translation is accurate and it does work fairly well. Just forgive my mistakes that I was making when I was doing it at first. But yeah, it does work. So Circle Search works really well on this phone, and it comes with all the Circle to Search little features in there. So yeah, just wanted to revisit this for you guys because I do get a lot of questions on it. If you're getting trigger failed, uninstall the Google app, uninstall the assistant, and reinstall the Google app again, and that should fix your issue. Yeah, if you guys are still experiencing issues and I missed something in this video that you want to see, let me know. But until next time, appreciate you guys tuning in. And for future videos, future content, feel free to like and subscribe. And come see me in my next one, all right? I'll catch you later.